Welcome back. Mr. X chance to 5K on a Sunday. Going to be going into the OpTic Gaming versus OpTic Nation semifinal. Chance, I'm going to ask you for a prediction. Cavs or Warriors?
All right, I'm calling Warriors 4-2.
Really?
I think the 2 wins that the Cavs pull off, obviously LeBron James is going to go off, but they're going to be small wins. They're not going to, they'll win by maybe 10 points tops, but they'll be very close games through and through. And then the 4 games that the Warriors win, 3 of them will be complete blowouts, and 1 of them will be a close game.
I think the Cavs are going to struggle in this one. They're going to miss Kevin Love in this one. He would have been huge. Just spread the floor. And then I think Kyrie being hurt. I mean, how long can they play him against Curry before Curry just kind of like burns him like bad? I mean, Curry, he's just unreal. I mean, like you can make an argument that like this Warriors team, like if they win, like they have like a dominant season under their belt, kind of something like the Heat.
I mean, yeah, they're easily the best offensive team like in the NBA. They just completely destroy people from the 3-point line too. Like from what I understand about basketball, if you're a team that only does 3-point shooting, you shouldn't do that well. But then the Warriors just completely dismantle everybody.
Yeah, usually
but then at the same time, LeBron.
Yeah, usually teams that rely so much on the 3-point shot in the playoffs, like they usually kind of like suck. But the Warriors have just come out this year, definitely proven that you know, not the case. I mean, them and the Cavs, I think combined, they have the best record like combinational of like 2 NBA finalists since like Magic's Lakers and the Bulls of Jordan. So it's gonna be a pretty good NBA Finals, I think. I'm excited. I love basketball season. I'm a Laker fan, so obviously I'm very happy the Clippers didn't make it. But it's gonna be OpTic Gaming getting off to a decent start here, up 8-4. Massive first hill from both teams. Krim starting out 0-4. Imagine he's gonna be screaming a little bit, kind of angry. ON looks like they're gonna be setting up for this next hill. And this is my first look with them with Mochilla. Much different player than Killa. I think it's kind of good that Killa and Miracle split for a little bit. Didn't think that relationship was getting any better.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they've seen too much success since the old, like, in Fairco Impact days anyway together, so it probably is time for them to at least mix it up just for, like, a few months before they finally reunite. But either way, OG doing OpTic Gaming things in Hardpoint. They have doubled the score of OpTic Nation. All the kill feed is blue, going in favor of OpTic Gaming. They have complete control of this Turtle Hill, and they don't seem to be slowing down quite yet. Formal, doing formal things, sitting at 10-4, using the bow like crazy.
Yeah, and I think, you know, since they added Karma, it's interesting. I saw a lot of people in the subreddit like, oh, you know, Karma didn't have that good of the Cali, like, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, either Karma or Krim, their stats are going to suffer, like, major. Like, major. But Karma came out with some big plays, time and time again, kind of like Krim. You know, Krim is a much different Krim now. It was like Cole EG Krim. Like, Cole EG Krim would just kind of run through, try and destroy everybody. This Krim, more of an in-game leader, kind of be responsible for being the shot caller for OpTic Gaming. Really going to set the pace. Doesn't have to go massive in a lot of the games because you have Formal and Scump to do that. But in the big moments, we have seen Krim show up on a W. Now, it's going to be on a 3 streak going into lobby. It's going to be OpTic Gaming with a small lead here. Going to be a nice start from OpTic Gaming. Going to see if they can hold on. But no, impressed with what I've seen at OpTic Nation this far. I think the old OpTic Nation would not have been able to kind of hang with this OG team. But looks like the one with Moch able to put up a little bit more kills, a little bit more map control, able to hang a little bit more.
And even then, though, every single player on OpTic Nation is negative right now except for Mbos, and Mbos is going to be the player that's not going to be in the hill all too much. Obviously, he only has 1 cap to his name, so even though it is a much closer game than I think many people are expecting, OpTic Gaming is still outslaying by a small margin, at least thus far. But you talked about phase a little bit. OpTic Gaming is the same way. It's basically just how long you can hold on for. You have to get a lead early on, because at some point gaming is going to turn it on and just step on the pedal and then start to blow out whatever team they're facing.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's the way you beat OpTic Gaming. You don't go down and then come all the way back. You either have to go up pretty massive and then try and just pray and hold on. I think that's really your best like option, at least in Hardpoint. Hardpoint, it's very difficult to beat them if you don't just outkill them for a full 10 minutes. And with players like Scump, Karma, Krim, and Formal, I mean, how many teams are going to outslay them for 10 minutes? Like, it's very slim. I think Denial could. I think FaZe can and Elevate, like maybe. It's really it. I mean, I think those are the only 3 teams that stand a chance like in that kind of regard. But a team like ON can definitely cause some damage. They get off to an early lead and kind of make OG play a little bit desperate. You see ON getting out to a little bit of a lead, up 16 points right now. Hill's going to be contested. Bo's on your screen, going to push off of it, not able to finish off that kill, but Ricky from a distance with an AR, able to do so, and it's going to force OG to rotate. So fantastic bottom hold from ON. It's going to force OG to come across the middle of the map, and then you see ON starting to win some gunfights. If they can take the entirety of this time here, Chance puts them in a pretty good position this first map.
Yeah, without a doubt, obviously extending their lead now to about 30 seconds, and the add a kill. Not the most easy hill in the world to break. Obviously, if you can lock it down, you're going to do just devastating stuff. Scump going to be the last one alive right now for OpTic, and he goes down as well. So you said it, and it's exactly right. If Nation could hold this time down for at least 40, 45 seconds, it's going to be huge for them. But it does look like OpTic Gaming is going to be able to just completely sweep through them. Karma gets a 3-piece, however, the third player was on Scump, although he does convert that to a normal 3-piece, taking out Ricky Rose as well. And I don't even care if I'm on his team. If I killed Scump, I would be extremely happy. But OpTic Gaming chipping away at the lead, working themselves back into this a little bit, but they're definitely going to be going down after the first set of rotations by about 20 points.
Yeah, but you see Formal starting to heat up a little bit. 22 and 18, currently on a 3 streak. You can tell just when his shot starts to heat up, starts coming out like lasers. I mean, there's not many people who, when they start to shoot the barrel, their shots look like that. I would say the small list of players is Formal, Clay, Swanee. I think that's really it. Those players that you see their shot with the AR start to heat up, and it just looks noticeably, drastically different than other players. You see Formal trying to pick up one. He's going to get taken out. Scump still on the hill for OG, but no, that's the scary thing about this lineup. They don't need everybody to go off. If Scump and Formal are playing well, this team will win most of the time. I think the other two, they just need to fill in the gaps, be content with what their scores are going to be, not try and do too much, and just play the objective.
Yeah, without a doubt. If I was an A-shot, I would be tweeting out all the time whenever Karma goes negative. Be like, see, it's not me, it's the other 3 that forced this sort of thing. There's only so much you can do with those other 3 players around you. But either way, Karma has been doing well thus far with this team. And even in the hard point, despite them being down by about 20 points, again, all 8 players pretty much across the board are relatively close to even. No one's doing terrible. No one's doing that outstanding. I think the biggest differentials we're seeing are out of Formal, who's +3, and then Crim6, who's -4. But again, all 8 players across the board playing this hard point very, very well. And it's pretty much about whether or not OpTic Nation can continue to hold on and put the same amount of pressure they put on.
We've seen some fantastic teamwork out of ON. I mean, they've done a good job, rotating, keeping control of hills, and they've fought the gunfights they've only needed to fight. You haven't seen anybody push anything out crazy, just trying to come up with insane kills. They've only fought the necessary fights, and that's really what's kind of helped them stay close and obviously in the lead in this game. It's going to be 18 seconds left on this hill. OG starting to hold this one down, getting some control of this one. If they hold this down, they'll go into lobby up by 2 or 3, I think. I think OpTic Nation, though, they'll probably set up early. They should be able to lock this one down. You see Scump trying to push down poolside. He's going to get cut down. See everybody for ON set up mid-map moat with some nice shots cross-map. And it's going to be ON getting control of lobby. This is going to be a big hill. Whoever can get that kind of extra time on this hill forces the opposing team to play a little bit more desperate going into bottom. I think that gives them a huge advantage.
And they're really going to need to stop Formal right now. Dude's on a 10-kill streak, going absolutely massive, and that's what OpTic Gaming does when they need him to. Some player on that team will step up, get crazy hot, and start to blow it out, and looks like Formal is trying to take that role under his wings. But either way, that's actually going to be 4 down, never mind. So OpTic Gaming is going to be able to take control of this lobby hill, potentially to flip the lead once again, and that's exactly what happens now, trying to rack up as many points as possible, going into that bottom bar hill. But last time on the bottom bar hill, we did see OpTic Nation take the majority of that time.
Yeah, and ON, they're actually going to break lobby, force it straight through the front, but you see the spawns coming in for OpTic Gaming. They're going to get those favorable ones for the next hill. Should be able to lock that one down. Ricky on your screen, he's going to be able to pick up one. But we're going to start to go down towards the bottom hill. We're going to go on board with Karma. He's going to be the first one there for OG. Going to have 2 gunfights to win. His teammate going to pick up the other 2. It's going to be Crim with 1, Formal with another, Karma with 1. It's going to be OG controlling this bottom off the start. ON needs to break this early. They kind of let this one get out of hand. OG really can put the pressure on in this last hill.
and they had a perfect pinch coming in. 2 players in weight room, 2 players in round ring, but Crimsix was able to pick up a 2-piece on one of those sides to, completely stop the pinch at a screeching halt. He's now at a 5 streak. Scumpy now on a 4. Again, OpTic Gaming, when they heat up, that's when they get scared, which is why Nation has to continually put all the pressure in the world on them, because now OpTic Gaming is really starting to run away with this game. However, OpTic Nation with 3 kills in a row in their favor right there was able to break this hill with about 12 seconds left, so they can hold all this. They're only going to be down by a very few points going into the final hill, but either way, OpTic Nation has made this an extremely close match.
Yeah, but you look at the minimap, I have a blown up chance. You see where OG is already set up and where ON has to fight this from. OG is pretty much going to get like 10 seconds guaranteed off the bat before ON really has a chance to break it. And as I say that, actually, OpTic Nation's going to be Bows, going to fly right in. Nobody watching the front for OpTic Gaming, so very weird setup. It's going to be OpTic Nation able to get the hill back. You see OG, they're going to be a little bit slower to push this one. They're going to try and set up, make one good push together. It's going to be somebody contesting from the back. Bo's able to win that one. Another player is going to fly in and trade it. It's going to be Ricky in the hill for ON. He's going to get taken out. It's going to be Miracles trying to flood the hill. He's going to drop so many kills going down the hill. Bo's going to pick up a 2-piece. It's going to be OpTic Nation taking the lead here. Chance 12 seconds to go. ON up by 8. OG needs to break right away. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. And ON able to hold on here in the final hill. They are going to win Hardpoint Retreat, something we hardly see against OpTic Gaming.
And they did that absolutely in a huge way, too. It's not like they had a player going off and that was the sole reason they won. It was across the entire board, all 4 players. Not even doing extremely well, but working extremely well together as a team. You see in the scoreboard, all 4 players were negative. However, Moch, who wasn't going to be your guy in the hill, did lead his team in the slaying category. So you can see he has filled his role, but either way, OpTic Gaming completely outslaying their opponent and still getting beaten Hardpoint.
Yeah, OpTic Nation doing just enough to hold on, win that Hardpoint. Definitely puts the pressure on OG as ON, very talented in Search and Destroy. We bring you game number 2 between OG and ON, coming up right after this.